Welcome to another week of complete madness in the Electrosport's College League. I'm Wolfgang Tailchase, and we are here for the Pandas and Warrens, or the first game. Well, I'll just take it from top to bottom. If you don't know what it is, check out the link in the description below for the actual Brutalball League that is on Colonel Failures Electrosport's channel. But here is me, and we are taking on the Pandas against the Wardens. Both of them won the first week, and they have it's the best rush defense against the best pass defense, but that doesn't say really much now. So I don't think that's a lot of things have changed in the lineups. Two rookies here. We'll just play it and see where it goes. I'm gonna try, and after it comes a couple of weeks, I'm gonna start pointing out the actual seniors that might end up in the draft. But here we go. The Wardens are starting with the ball, and it's Antonia Bandana who is running straight through the defense and gets a 9-yard. Cloudy Bonesaw, the human, was doing a good run there. Crude Symmetry, not much, but Banana gets stopped by Special Frosty. And that's a nice pass down to Ray Plonk, who first breaks a tackle, then avoids a tackle, and gets 35 yards to draw there. Nice. Lamar Trigger Happy doesn't get very far, and there's an interception by Wilbur Krabs, the Ursin. A bear catches the ball. Okay, maybe with his mouth. And Ringo, Wilbur Krabs again gets a pass for 19 yards. And Glutot Lynch threw the ball to Wilbur Krabs, who is doing a very good job here. And Ringo gets the Pandas down to the 5-yard line, 10-yard line, 5-yard line. Now he gets sacked. Here is Tobeans, who gets a touchdown. And the Pandas are showing that their victory in the first game was no fluke. Here is Bonesaw again, but he gets stopped, gets no yards, and Trigger Happy gets him down to like this 5-yard line when Antonio Bandana smashes through everything and manages to get a 20-yard run. That's really good. Bonesaw, that's a decent human. Gets 10 yards and then another, and then we get a sack. There is Bandana again. This time she throws it, and that's not as good. And then someone got sacked. Here is Krabs again. That seems to be a pretty good receiver bear. Oh, this time he was deflected. Tobeans pass it to Krabs again, who breaks a tackle and gets 26 yards. And Ringo doesn't get very far. Glutot Lynch gets sacked by Ariel Cinco. Tobeans throws it, and it's Nando Two Beaks who get the down to the 4-yard line. And the Pandas get another touchdown and are in command of this game. Bandana doesn't get anything. The Trigger Happy doesn't get 1 yard, but that's not enough, and it's the Pandas again. Maybe the Pandas is emerging as one of the stronger teams in the league here, because here is Wilbur Krabs, who once again receives and gets 33 yards on that one. We have 66 plays left, so we're well not anywhere near the end of the game. Here is Tobeans again trying to run it, and does not get enough. Bandana seems to have lost a bit of steam, only gets 1 yard, and Bonesaw threw it for 4, and that's thrown away. And that was almost a nice block there, but not quite, but get 13 yards. Two Bigs caught the ball for 7 yards, and that's the first down. And there's Wilbur Krabs for a third touchdown of the season. And it's 3-0 to the Wardens. And we'll see here, unless they score on this drive, I'm gonna up the tempo a little bit. Because I was recommended that. We'll see what happens on this drive. If it's stalled, I'll up the tempo. Cloudy gets a first down, and Lamar Trigger Happy gets stuffed behind the line. There is Bandana again when we reach halftime. And gets stomped. Bonesaw throwing. Ray Plonk is 1 yard line almost. And there's a touchdown right at the end of the end zone. And I was hoping that I could speed this up a little bit, but the Wardens have managed to pull one back. And there's another nice catch by Krabs. Ringo bouncing around like a pinball, trying to get something, but he only got 2 yards. Here he is again. She again. And this time 20 yards on that pass. And here he is again. It's an Elith. And it's another touchdown. And now we'll increase the tempo a little bit. Ray Plonk is... accidentally paused the game there. Lamar Trigger Happy running with the ball but not getting very far. Antonio Bandana trying to throw it and catches it, and Cloud Symmetry is in for 4-2. Clute Lynch is throwing it, but it's an interception by Cloud Symmetry, and we have to pull this down again because I got to 1.95. Toe Beans, there's 4-3. But here is Krabs again. He has really having a good game. 169 yards for the passing game for Toe Beans. That's good. I want to know how many yards Krabs have caught. Bandana sacks the ball carrier. And there is a flexion. But it's the Pandas once again on the offense. Cloud Bonesaw. It's a turnover. Krabs gets I think it's a second. But there's a fumble. Oh, the ball is going back and forth here. And it's another fumble. And Krabs picks it up and breaks tackles galore and gets... I think he's avoided them. And gets a touchdown for the Pandas. It's 5-3. But there's a nice pass to Ray Plonk, who gets a 23-yard touchdown. Not touchdown, 23-yard catch. Cloudy Bonesaw gets stopped. Lamar Trigger Happy is sacked, and the Pandas is on it again. And there's a first down by Nando 2 Beaks, and there's another first down by Krabs again. And here is 2 Beaks, and I have a feeling that the Wardens were almost caught up, but there is Toe Beans with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And here Ringo sacks the ball carrier, and here's Plonk again. Breaks some tackles and gets 31 yards. Trigger Happy throwing to Plonk. This game is really going back and forth. Bandana 4 yards. Bonesaw catches, and it's Crude Symmetry, and it's 6-4. This is a game for the ages, but the Pandas do have this one in the bank. 5 plays left, and they really... I don't think there's no way that the Wardens can come back. Toe Beans with the pass to Wilbur Krabs, catches it, and Yaringo managed to get a first down, and Lynch passes it again to Nando 2 Beaks, and that's it for the game. Pleasantville Pandas win this with 6-4 over the Erie Wardens. Wilbur Krabs, as suspected, gets player of the game. But Crude Symmetry is not that far behind. But Krabs had 2 interceptions and 182 receiving yards. Ooh, Ringo has 68. I don't know. It was not a very high pancake game. And the second game for this week are 2 teams that lost their first game. Knights and the Music. So we'll see if one of those teams can break it or if there will be a tie. The Knights do have a decent defense. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, you can pause this and look at this and compare it to the other week if anything changed we have. Because I don't remember which team they played. Felicia Wintercoat is a really good linebacker. I do remember that. And they have a... So let's go, and I think it's the music that starts the game with Jim Key, who is running very well here in the first 17-yard run. That's a good start, and that's a throw, but it's dropped. No, it wasn't dropped, but it was missed. And that's another Jim Key throw for 10 yards. Ramona Tart throws that completely to the flat and misses everybody. And then Jim Key failed that pass. But Huggy Fraction the Kong and caught the ball for 8 yards, but it's not enough. And that's a beautiful throw. Wow, what a throw to Ratchy Scarborough, who gets 64 yards. Wow. Felicia Wintercoat throws a... interception, better linebacker than runner apparently. He is deflected by Scarborough's. Ramona Tart drops the ball. Well, not from a pass, but drops it in front of her. Flippy combination doesn't get very far with just 1 yard, and the same with David McCord. And then they throw a wild pass, and it's Key again, who is getting 7 yards. Nice pass to Hoggy Fraction. They have a Kongan receiver, I guess 27 yards. Jim Key again here, to Piss Champagne, who actually had a decent game last week, even though they lost. That ball is thrown out. Here is Jim Key again, and he's throwing, and it's a bad pass, but it's caught, but it's not enough. And Slipper combination gets the ball to Dave McCord. And Dave McCord himself ran it, and then they're stopped. And they're sacked by Spalding Top Hat. And music is up to the task of trying to score again. That's deflected by Yellow Fang. And that's a nice throw, but it's not in. Ooh. Felicia Wintercoat. Mindful General is injured by RR Trash Can, and Yellow Fang is getting it to the almost first down, and then Trash Can fails, and we are with the music again. Hard through there, and Hoggy Fractions once again gets a first down. Jim Key with a nice throw to whoever that was. Here is Fraction again, he getting down to the 3rd-yard line. Shell sacks the ball carrier. And once again, the Knights are managed to make a goal line stand. Almost goal line stand at least. And that's a first down for Wintercoat through the ball. Spalding deflects the pass. Dave's McCord. He has a 6-yard run. Here's Wintercoat, gets sacked by Schutz. We have a dwarf there. There's the elf, Ramona Tart, a rookie. When we get into the halftime, still 0-0. Holding Top Hat gets sacked by Clayhang. Jim Key doesn't get anything, and that was a 1-yard throw. Oh, McCord, he's getting through. That's a nice run, 28 yards. Here's Wintercoat, throws it to Yellow Fang, who is outpacing almost his defender and gets 28 yards and almost up to the... And there's a touchdown. The Knights have taken the lead, and there's a season-ending injury. Jim Key is out for the season. Ooh, that's a blow. He was one of the better players. Here is Hoggy Fraction. Here's Too Thin Tony trying to get something done, but doesn't get anything. Tart. Has Tony been moved? I think Mean the Sleep a Lot is in the game. She's the daughter of one of the coaches in the original league. Here is Spalding Top Hat, manages to get first down. Tart throws to whoever that was. Too Thin Tony does not get a first down. Tart, and it's equalized by Spalding Top Hat. Felicia Wintercoat again throws it, but it's dropped by Slip Combination, and the music is on the offense again here. Spalding Top Hat trying to get something, and Piss gets a first down and gets another catch there for 5 yards. Top Hat throws the ball to nobody. Too Thin Tony throws the ball to Champagne, who gets the first down. Here is Ramona Tart, gets it to Hoggy Fractions, who is down at the 7-yard line, and they're down to the 1st yard. And there's another touchdown. Piss Champagne gets his 7th touchdown of his career. Was it career or season? I don't know. There is Spalding Top Hat. Nice throw to Piss Champagne again. 14 yards. Hoggy Fractions was stopped, but there is another Piss Champagne. 11-yard touchdown. And the music have taken, I was about to say they're taking command, but now there's a there was a what's it called? Slipped my mind completely. Well, the Knights had it a little while, and then it's done. Well, a pretty low yardage game, 550 yards, mostly on the in the air. Spalding Top Hat gets player of the game with 53 fan points, and Chop Flunky, who? I don't know, never saw him. Gets it for the Knights with 30. Okay. How was his doing? Not that good. Yeah. So our next game are Old Ones against Glam. Both teams lost in the first round, so this will be one happy team after this game, maybe. We have Crimson Dial Tone here, who is a absolutely horrible blocker. So the line here for the Glam will have a field day with him. I can see why both these teams lost. We have Kurt Plastic beginning with the ball for the... must be the Glams, yeah. And he gets stopped. I don't play for money, I play to kill. Oh, that's interesting. We'll see if you're gonna kill anybody. Here is whoever that was. Here is Kurt Plastic again, running, and almost getting a first down. Ricocheted, doesn't get the first down either. Hoodie, he gets the first down just with managing to get 1 yard up. Ricocheted, doesn't get anywhere, and that ball is thrown away, and it is the Old Ones who go on in offense and directly get a first down and almost get a second down. Doesn't mean second down, no, a second first down, but now they get it. So they are advancing up the field very fast here. Jack Adder is throwing the ball, but it's deflected by Kelvin Datebook. That one is deflected by Kurt Plastic, and it's the Glam's turn again. Neither team is managing to get close to the end zone, despite actually getting some good yardage going here. Here is Mafia. And Crimson Dial Tone is injured. That was not a very big surprise. But he was injured by Hoodie Mafia. Stumpy Stomp Stomp. Two Stumpy Stomps. Stumpy Stump doesn't want to get tackled and gets 22 yards. And there is Colonel Express sacking the ball carrier. Stump managed to somehow to get through and gets 8 yards. And here he gets another 13 yards, and they're actually pretty close to the end zone now. Jack Adder, but he threw the ball for 8 yards. Oh, it's deflected in the end zone by Michael Slithers. And that was the third down. So here is Glam going again, and Briggy Shaved taking it for 15 yards. Mafia stops play there, and we have a first down for the Glam. Plastic gets stopped on third down, and it is the old ones once again, but that ball is deflected. And here is Stumpy running, not getting anything, and Plastic once again for the Glam. He gets stopped, but Shade manages to get a first down. Plastic again, no, straight into defense. Fist Uppercut is injured by Colacity Express, which also means the end of Glam's turn on offense. So we have with the old ones again, but that ball is deflected, and skips Poughkeepsie, can't get anywhere, so the Glam is going at it again. Neither team is really threatening any other team. Not the other team, not any other team. Plastic. No. Third down. Let's see what he can do. It's half time. Shade gets stopped. And it's the old ones again, and they stopped after 1 yard. After 0 yards. And it's an interception. Mickey Slither, the Fiend, gets that one, and they're down to the 7-yard line here, and it's a touchdown for the Glam, who takes the lead. That will make them really happy. Stumpy. We have a season-ending injury for Mickey Slither by Lambert Butler. Ooh, that's a second season-ending injury for this week. Teams are dialing up their like injury thing. Shaved getting a good run for 18 yards. Here is the that was one of the substitutions, but they're stopped, and the old ones here are trying to get out of the end zone, and they managed to get a first down by Jack Adder. And here is Skip Poughkeepsie, who somehow gets through a very sticky situation and manages to get a first down. That's another first down. Lambert Butler caught the ball for 8 yards. That is deflected by Hoodie. Stumpy gets 4 yards, but that's not enough. And we are back with the Glams on offense. Shaved almost gets a first down. Twinkie does not get it, and the old ones are back on offense. Neither of these teams are really good at offense or defense, or they're very good at both. Here, Garth Box has been injured by Stu Stumple. So there's injuries and galore in this game. Oh, just 3, so that's not much. That's deflected by Mafia again. Yes, 7 deflections for the game. I feel a player of the game coming in here. But here's Ransom Rumpus Suspect getting a nice catch for 20 yards. Twinkie again does not get anything. And Mafia managed to catch that ball and get a couple of yards, and manages to actually get somewhere. Twinkie Virgin throws the ball. That's the first down. Cuts Plastic. Now getting a good run, but a run, 6 yards. Ricochet did not get him much, and Plastic drops the pass, and the old ones are on it again, but there's only 3 plays left, and I have a feeling that the old ones, yeah, they're gonna lose it, because Glam now have the ball, and is Shaved, who actually get away a little bit, but that's the first down, and the game stops at 1-0 for the Ambridge Glam over the Atlantis old ones. Hoodie Mafia gets the fan points and player of the week, player of the game for this one, but he was horrible on offense but really good on defense. 7 interceptions. Red Cromitty gets the best player for Atlantis with only 32 fan points. That was not a very good. And the next game is probably the game of the week. Here is we have the Bandits, who showed up a impressive both offense and defense in the first game against the Stampedes, who also won there, and they have both of them have a really good pass offense and defense. So let's see how this game turns out. We have in the Bandits probably the best blocker lineman in the league. That is going to be a player that every single team wants when he comes up in the draft. So I have to check him out how old he is. Other than that, we also have a really good gunner in both teams. Let's see how this goes. We have the Stampede starting the game. Blade Terror Tree, who has a bounty on him, passes to Prax Daughters, who immediately takes off for 31 yards. And Scandal Bitcoin, he gets sacked by Spansoon Mankball, the one that we're talking about. Here is Gorgeous Leonard, he breaks a bunch of tackles. Ursin receiver, yeah, we like those. Here is Bitcoin again. And we remember Orpheus Galaxy from the first game. He was doing pretty good, but they stall out, and now we got to see the Bandits take the first 2 plays, 2 first downs, but they're stopped. Here's the Leprechaun Mani. He is sacked by Dork Tori, and that's deflected. So the Stampede is added again. This could be a absolute banger of a game, or it could be completely stalling out. But there we have the Stampede with the first touchdown. So Georgie Wheelchair, the Celestial, deflected that pass, and the Stampede decided again. They're taking out the Bandits here pretty easily. Bitcoin, now Leonard drops the pass. Mani is running and getting a first down. And Teddy split cap break. How? What? That's a goblin. How does it break all those tackles? I have no clue. Here is Mani again. He's looking for someone to pass to, and he finds Po Wakequake, who is in for a touchdown, and the Bandits have equalized. Trying to see what's happening here. Here's Galaxy passing. Leonard drops it. And here is Cap again. Split capper. And it's a interception here by Bitcoin. And the Bandits now Spoonson Maple got his second sack of the game. Here is Leonard running. Yeah, he can't be tackled by someone that small. Orpheus Galaxy. 2 Prax Daughters. Two of the rookies in cooperation there. Kenny Bitcoin, the 3rd rookie on the Stampede team. Here is Galaxy. He will almost get down a 2-yard line. And that's another touchdown by Prax Daughters. 2nd touchdown on the game. And Nathan Mattress is now the Rattling. He is pulling away. Directly on kickoff. 46 yards. That's a nice piece of receiving there. Nathan Mattress, now he runs for only 2 yards. Because that's a first down by Leprechaun Manila to throw the ball. And there's Teddy Split Cap. He must be a 3rd year. 61 touchdowns for his career. Wow. Orpheus Galaxy now running straight through everything and heading for the end zone. It's very tight in this game. Blade Territory does not get anywhere, neither does Bitcoin, and that's a deflected by Ted Splitcapper. And that's Po Wakequake. The Satyr caught the ball for 14 yards, and that ball is now thrown away. Here is Nathan Mattress, but he's stopped. Well, Leprechaun Mani is aiming to get somewhere he doesn't, and we just passed halftime. Kendo Bitcoin He gets stopped. Orpheus Galaxy also gets stopped, and the Bandits are at it again, and it's split cap. I can understand why he scored so many touchdowns. He is a fast goblin. Here he is again, and he breaks tackles, he breaks tackles, he breaks tackles, and he's in for the 4th touchdown on the season. 21-yard touchdown. Leonard caught the ball there, getting a first down for the Bandits. But that ball is affected by Mani. Yellow Hella deflected that ball. And here is Paul Wayquick getting a 25-yard catch. Mani to Leprechaun Manila. And that ball almost reached... and then we have Paul Wayquick with 4-2 for the Bandits, who seem to have this game under control, but we never know what can happen. And Yellow Hella is injured by Kendo Bitcoin. Blade Territory passes it to throw it, but Dork Tory has been injured by Spencer Maple. And Leonard is almost down to the end zone here. Let's see if he can capitalize on this. Terror Tree gets very close, and it's a touchdown for the Stampede. Gorgeous Leonard gets a touchdown, and it's 4-3. It's very even, and I wish that they weren't so even so I can speed up the game, but I can't. So here we go again. Nathan Mattress trying to get it. Manila, I keep calling him Mani. Mani. I'm gonna keep calling you Mani. He caught the ball for a couple of yards. Madras is getting just 4 yards, and there is Paul Wayquick again, and he's down to the 50-yard line. Oh, it's deflected in the end zone, and they managed to stop again. And there's the touchdown. Paul Wayquick for his 3rd touchdown on the game. 5-3 to the Bandits, and there's only 16 plays left. Here is Prax's daughter. She's been pretty invisible since the beginning of the game. And Gorgeous Leonard, he is breaking tackles galore. And there's Prax's daughters coming back with another touchdown. But they need a stop very, very fast here in order to be able to have a chance. And they actually do get it. But that Grona Slark deflected that ball, and Orpheus Galaxy need to do something, but he doesn't, and it's only 7 plays left, and Paul Wayquick catches the ball for the Bandits, and 32 yards received there, but he gets stopped by Norbert Groundhog. It does a sack. Leprechaun Mani passes it to Giovanni, etc. Giovanni, etc. Here is Gorgeous Leonard. 3 plays left, and they're down, but they are way too far. The last play, and he does not get it. And player of the game for the Bandits is Swanson Maple with 2 sacks, 1 injury. Only 1 injury? Oh, they had 2. Huh. With 84 fan points, Kendo Bitcoin gets it for Hill Valley with 76 fan points, also 1 injury. Injuries, are there only 2 injuries inflicted by each? Oh, there were more. Ah, okay. One HVAC was not very good. Nathan Madras. I thought he did a lot of things. Oh well. So the Ankh-Morpork Bandits continue to be undefeated together with the Pandas when we have 4 games played. So next up we have Storm against the Legends. 2 of the teams that won last time, and Storm, who put up a real storm with winning by 8-1. Let's see how they fare against the Legends, who have the best defense in the league. So it's the 2nd best defense against the best defense. Ooh. I don't think that much has changed here. So far, I really don't recognize a lot of players. I recognize Ted Fiddler. We have a complete rookie lineup here. That's interesting. And let's go. It is the Legends that start with the ball, and it's Crease Instance that is going to start throwing it. And it's a beautiful day for some Brutal Ball, and Crease is running like crazy to start and get stopped. There's Bloodshot. Nice pass to Kemsteki, who breaks the tackle and gets 41 yards. That's a nice. But then Budgie gets sacked. Instance, get a bad throw. Bloodshot gets nothing. And all of that work is for naught. We have the Storm again here. But they immediately throw a interception, and it's a pick 6 for Kemsteki. But then they get a revenge here by Sahara Dawn getting a 38-yard receiving. Diana Lean Meat with a nice throw to Skeet Throbo. And Ted Fiddler is trying to get something, but only get 4 yards. It's deflected by Geisen, who started this game very good. Here Wells Fargo that somehow gets away from all that. You know, and Ted Fiddler gets in for a 1-1. This is going to be a banger of a game. Chris Instance gets another good run there for 15 yards. And it's another interception. The third one of the game. Is it the third one or the second one? Not sure actually. But lost, and Sahara Dawn can't reach that ball, and there's Bloodshot gets sacked by and it's a fumble, and Lance Boyle is fumble recovery touchdown, and the Storm has taken the lead by 2-1. Here is Harry Personality with a nice throw to Chris Instance, who gets 18 yards. There's another nice Chris Instance. That seems to be a good rookie, a goblin. Erika Bloodshot, another one of the rookies, is getting another first down. And when a little bit more than a quarter of play, it's 2-1 Storm. But the Legends are working it, but does not get it. They missed that chance, and Skeet Throbo is bringing the ball back for the Storm for 27 yards. And he drops the pass, and then it's deflected. Okay, Msteki has 4 deflections of the game and doing a pretty good game so far. Bloodshot is trying to get through but can't, only 1 yard. And Personality can't either, and the Storm has the ball back. But they fumble it. Damn, it's a beautiful day. You should be able to hold on to the ball. Here is Chris Instance who gets free, like almost a highway down towards the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Legends. We will gut bust, and then it's going back the other way with 27 yards for Skeet Throbo. This game, I got it all. Ted Fiddler, no, that is a failed pass, and Ted Fiddler says scorched them all, but then Kemsteki gets another interception, his second of the game. Chris Instance gets the first down for the Legends, and it's a fumble, a turnover, clear and Budgie, the dwarf intercept. No, it was an interception. Oh. And Ted Fiddler gets going the back, 36-yard receiving there. Oh wow, this game is, I don't know. Oh, it's Kemsteki's third interception of the game. What is this? They can't throw the ball for Toffee. They are a Personality. He gets sacked by Clear and Budgie. That's his second game. But a sack of the game. That's the first down for the Storm. And the second, if they can get the second here, yeah, Wells Fargo managed to break through, breaks tackles galore, and yes, Diana Lean Meat gets sacked by Harry Personality. Ted Fiddler managed to get 3 yards. Wells Fargo, oh yeah, he managed to get save them and get a first down to continue the drive, and they're down at the 15-yard line. But that's deflected by Kemsteki, who I'm sure going to get player of the game here. But there is Ted Fiddler, who managed to get 3-2 in for the Storm. Here's Harry Personality, gets stomped, and the Storm gets it again, but Ted Fiddler can't catch that ball. But Sahara Dawn catches that one and rushes towards the end zone and gets down to the 4-yard line. Ted Fiddler gets stopped, but there's another touchdown for the Storm, 4-2. And here is Harry Personality, catches that ball and gets 27 yards. Erika Bloodshot trying to get through in the middle but can't. Harry Personality just stands looking for a while before he runs for 4 yards. Here is Instance, somehow gets past 2 Storm players. I don't really know how he did that. She did it. Harry Personality, what can he do? Oh, he runs. And gets the first down. They are very close. They're down to the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. We get Bloodshot, and it's a touchdown. Harry Personality. And Chris Instance sacks the ball carrier down a lean meat. Ran for 0 yards. And it is the Legends who are on the offense once again, but they get there and they get stopped, and it's another interception. And Kepsteki Jason is season-ending injury. The best player on the Legends gets a season-ending injury. Oh, that is one hard blow. Oh, I did not see who did it. And there's another injury on Sahara Dawn. They get revenge immediately, but that doesn't matter because the Storms have taken the lead by 6-3. And we have 7 plays left, and it's basically, yeah, he thinks his team is miserable. I don't think you're miserable, but you are not as good as the Storm. So 4 plays left, and Actual is trying to do something. Personality is trying to do something, but none of them can do anything because there it's over. Lance Boyle gets the last go. And yep, Kemsteki, despite his season-ending injury, gets player of the game by 102 fan points. I think that's the best so far. 3 interceptions, 5 pass deflections. And for Twin Peaks Storm, it's Clarence Budgie with 67. But it's the Storm that gets the win in this game. Next up is 2 teams that lost their first game, the Volcanoes and the Guardians. So we're gonna see how they go. The Guardians actually had the best rushing defense in the first week. But anyway, we have Pep Stroganoff, Carp Volume, and Tara Brainache for the running. And I think most of them... Jack Murderate? Do I remember him? Maybe. I don't know. But I think Yo is there, Freya Marks. There is mostly, they have a complete rookie blocking line, and Simon Jackaroo is not a very good blocker. Merc Gusto is a brilliant gunner cover. Will be interesting to see. And it's a blessed day, so this can be interesting if one team gets a heads up. Or no, it's a scorching day. Oh, not a blessed day, it's a scorching day. So that will affect stamina. But it doesn't seem to affect Hype Conquest, who gets a very good. And Freya Marks as well. He does get a little bit tired, but he gets an 18 yards. Here's Yo. Also going very good. They have a stellar running team here, the Guardians. But there's a turnover, and all that effort from the running team is done. There is... who was that? That was Cena, someone getting something, but now they're getting sacked all over the place. And see that keyboard, he doesn't really get it all the way. Merc Gusto gets a nice receiving for 41 yards, and Hype Conquest gets the first touchdown for the Guardians after 12 plays. Pep Stroganoff doesn't do much. Here is Sina Keybunt again. Managed to get 21 yards. Carp Volume gets stomped. Pep Stroganoff gets stomped. Terra Braintree trying to get something but doesn't. And Yo is once again breaking through the Volcanoes line. And the all-rookie line for the Guardians seem to be doing a very good job here. Yo. Ooh. Avoids that tackle with a really nice. Here is Hype Conquest again, trying to get through, but gets stopped in the last minute. And Freya Marks almost gets down to the TD. So second attempt, and there's another touchdown. Cleopatra Strangulate gets a touchdown. Pep Stroganoff trying to get something. Oh, Simon Jackaroo is injured by Jack Murderate. And Cleopatra Strangulate is injured by Deadlock Grant. Two very fast there for the Volcanoes, who say that, well, if we can't score, we're gonna injure you. Yo throws it to Evelina. Almost gets it. Here is Conquest, who gets a touchdown, and those two injuries doesn't seem to have affected it much, but there's a turnover. Evelina Propshaft gets in and gets a fourth touchdown. Second touchdown on the game. Deadlock granted gets a nice receiving and tries to get a nice receiving again. And the Volcano managed to get the first down there. But will it be too little too late? Strike Vapor sacks the ball carrier. And Deadlock Grant gets a really nice receiving there. He gets a touchdown, but Soup Dectrix for the Volcanoes is now injured. Mergusto gets... this game is really opening up now with a lot of nice throws. And Gusto gets a touchdown for his first for the season. And it's 5-1 to the Guardians, and we can speed up this a little bit. There's Mercosto again, running towards the end zone, and that's another touchdown. And Ratsati for University Ironforge is in it. It's not the Guardians, it's Ironforge University. And there's another injury. There are injuries galore in this game. Propshaft managed to get a first down. Hype Conquest runs, and Freya Marks runs, and Freya Marks gets into the 1 yard territory. It's a turnover in the end zone. Deadlock manages to grab that ball and save the Volcanoes from further assaultment, but there's another interception. It is going fast now. Hype Conduct to Mergusto, who manages to get another touchdown. Is 1-7, and there Mergusto with another interception and almost a pick six, but Yo gets in for another touchdown. And the Ironforge University, which is their name, I'm gonna try and remember it, is completely massacring the Volcanoes. Freya Marks gets 12 yards on that run, and here is Hype Conduct. Bastard gets another 11, and here is Marks again, almost gets it, but Yo gets it, and that's another touchdown. 1-9 is their score right now, and the Volcanoes must wonder what the is going on. We can't do anything here. Deadlock Grant is at least trying. 31 yard receiving there, and there's a sack for Yo. Sabirani pronounced passing, and it's a first, managed to get a first down from Sina Kibont. Evelina Propshaft deflects that ball in carp volume, and Deadlock Grant gets his second TD of the season. And nobody can tackle Yo there, and Hype Conquest trying to do the same, but only gets 7 yards. Freya Marks managed to get a first down. 18 plays left, and this game is definitely over. Here is Evelina Propshaft, managed to get down to the 4 yard line, and Yo gets another touchdown, his 5th of the game. That's impressive. Deadlock Granted is basically the only one on the Volcanoes team who actually doing anything. Pronounce, can't get anything done. And as I said, Deadlock Granted is the only one who doing anything. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's the only one who scored anything. Hype Conquest. I keep saying Conduct. I don't know. He gets stopped in the middle. But Propshaft has come in and doing a really good game. And here is Conquest, manages to run to the outside and gets down to the... and there is Mergusto with his 4th touchdown of the game. 3-11. This is a heck of a... And despite being a heat wave, the players are playing like... I don't know what. Deadlock gets his 4th touchdown. What kind of game is this? They're scoring wildly. There is no defense whatsoever. And it's a tie for player of the game here between Deadlock Granted and Yo 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 with 76 fan points. Yo 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 had 211 passing yards. Yeah. Any other? No, notable. There was basically no pancakes done whatsoever. Oh, that was an interesting game. 4-11. Wow. They had a total of 13 rushing yards. That's not very good. 5 injuries. Who? Well, next game in line is the Fright Nights against the Havoc. Both teams lost in the first round, so one team will be happy after this round. Can't really see if anything changed, but I'll leave it a little bit. Two rookies in the line there, and I can't see that this blocking line is very good. Maybe they're fast. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, let's start it. And it's a beautiful day for some Brutal Ball here, and it's the Havoc that starts with Westerly Shades. And I'm gonna pump it up to 1.25 so we get a little bit faster. Westerly Shades, he gets stopped for not 0 yards, and that ball is thrown away by the next one. Here he peeks there overhead, who doesn't get enough yards, but Bobby T Streaks takes off. And Code Selfish is injured by Westerly Shades. Agent Fanboy deflected that pass. And Moth is almost getting nothing. And they've stopped very close to the touchdown line there. And his piece overhead again. The Shades getting a good run. 5 yards. Will they get the first run? Yes. Agent Fanboy gets a nice catch for 19 yards, and again another catch, but he's stopped after 19 yards again. He seemed to like that 19 yards. There is Shea is getting a good run for 11 yards. And Queep, remember him from the first time, from the first week. He was one of the few players who was actually doing something good. And there's a turnover in the end zone. The hideous Kane is saving the Fright Nights from ending up below. Earliest Mott gets 6 yards, and Thaddeus Kane manages to catch that ball and gets 21 yards. Aurelius Mott passes to Barney Danger State. Agent Fanboy is killed. We have our second kill. Agent Fanboy, rest in peace. Yeah, there's a sack by Skinny Cross. Well, there's something happening every week here. This is a brutal week. Bambi Turnoff comes in instead of Agent Fanboy and doesn't get very much. I think it was, yeah. Thaddeus Kane gets sacked by a Skinny Crust. And Aurelius Moth doesn't get enough. Westerly Shades gets stopped. Peakster overhead tries to pass the ball, but Wretched Queep manages to get 28 yards. Still 0-0 in this game, who have started on a bloody note. That's the first catch by Queep. He keeps it going here for first down by Bambi Turnoff, and a nice pass to Bambi Turnoff, who tries to fill in the shoes of Agent Fanboy, and peeks her overhead, gets the touchdown for the Havoc. And Capricorn English throws the ball way off. Angelus Moth slams through Bambi there, who doesn't seem to be a very good tackler. Bambi Streaks caught the ball there, and it's a turnover again, but this time it's the Havoc that does it. Ratchet Queep. Then Toffee gets stopped. No, he gets stopped by. Someone gets stopped by. Coffee Tops. Turn off. Throws it to Wesley Shades, who gets a first down there. And Shades gets another. Oh, will he make it? Oh, it's down at the 2-yard line. Overhead. Gets sacked by Slam Egypt. Bambi turn off. Oh. And Hook's mascot is now injured by Slam Egypt. Rapture Ipan is coming in instead, and Bobby Streaks gets a nice pass for 23 yards. The Havoc is in the lead by two points. English almost gets did get a first down. And Aurelius Moth is no, the Fright Knights can't get it to work, and here is Zooks Galore. Haven't seen anything of him, but there he gets 35 yards. And turn off again. Two Ratchet Queep. Who? What is that? And Capricorn English is injured by Bambi turnoff. And there's the third touchdown for the Havoc. Fixture overhead gets his second TD of the game. And Barney Danger State gets a 49-yard kickoff there. And Aurelius Moth stops for 0 yards. Wow, what a game. What a bloody game. One kill and a lot of injuries. Streaks managed to get, and Shades managed to get 16 yards. An overhead slams through and gets 14. Turn off again. He gets sacked by Slam Egypt. Was that some kind of revenge? Fixer overhead, nothing. And there's Streaks drops the ball. Danger Stakes drops the ball. But Streaks managed to catch that ball for 23 yards. The Fright Knights here, they are trying desperately to get in the game again, but there are 3 down and there's only 17 plays left. But Streaks is doing his best, getting down to the 4-yard line. Will they manage to get a touchdown here? We'll see. Yep, Aurelius Moth runs straight through and gets a touchdown, but they need a very fast stop here if they are going to have even the slightest of chance. And they don't. Zeus Galore managed to catch that ball, and Wesley Shades get 5 yards on the next run. Bambi turnoff, throws to Zeus Galore, who breaks a tackle and gets 38 yards. And Cobalt Toffee sacks the ball carrier, and Bambi turnoff again. Has been playing really well since she came in, but doesn't manage to get a first down there. And Thaddeus Kane. Wesley Shades is injured by Slam Egypt, who now injured 2 players. He is really brutal. 106 brutality. Wow, there are a lot of brutal players in this college. Bobby Streaks gets the last play, and Fright Knights lose against Arkham Havoc. Slam Egypt gets 51 fan points for the Fright Knights, but player of the game is Ratchet Queep with 54. Who did the killing? It was Barney Danger State who killed. Oh yeah. And our next game is the Outlaws against the Sharks. Outlaws won in their first and Sharks lost. We have one rookie playing. I wish I could see that they did. Maybe that's something to convey to Joe, that they would like to have the seniors in a different colors as well, so you can see which players are seniors. That would be a good idea. Vincent Dreamshot has changed school for this season, and we have 2 players. We remember Marky Mark from the first one, and this guy, yeah, is that guy. So let's start game. It's a hot day that's gonna not infect, yeah, it might infect as well, but affect the stamina of all players. But we remember the last time we had a week, and over Sunflowers is injured on the 3rd play of the game. Maybelline Lightning coming in. Here is what are you, Yoko? Gets stopped, and Marky Mark gets a first down for the Sharks. Manthy Shoot passes. I completely lost all gameplay in the first air, but Manthy Shoot gets a nice pass, and it scores for the Elves, for the Sharks. Here is he is Hate Blend. Oh, we love he is Hate Blend. Hate Blender. The most brutal player ever to have stepped on a field. Here's Peace Goat gets injured by Green Gizzard. And that ball is thrown out by someone. Mark gets the first down. And Manti Shoot doesn't get anything. Vincent Rimshot passes to Curtis Von Ball, who managed to get a 27-yard catch there. Manti Shoot passes. Curtis Von Ball is killed. A second kill in this league. Wow. What is happening? Alien Bombs is coming in, passes directly to Mark, who is there, but then Glid sponsorship sacks the I don't even know what to say. Wow. Manti Shoot passes. Mark catches the ball, and there is this guy who presents himself with an 18-yard receive. And this guy caught the ball again. Manti Shoot gets a really nice run there and scores an 8-yard touchdown. He is Hate Blender, managed to catch that ball, and he catches that ball again and breaks a tackle. Holy! Yeah, Dorsey Joko gets 6 yards. This week is insane. The Sharks lead by 3 and are on the offense again. Manti Shoot passes, a nice pass to Mark. Alan Bombs passes straight into where everybody is standing. Vincent Rimshot gets a nice run, very nice run. 17 yards. So Manti Shoot tries to do the same, but he gets stopped after 3 yards. Alan Bombs is deflected by Herda Gratitude. Dorsey Jokol gets nowhere. Green Gizzard is outpacing his defender and managed to get 9 yards. And here, Awful Camp gets a receiver for 13 yards. And Green Gizzard doesn't do anything. Whoa, I don't know what to say. This is almost too much. Rimshot doesn't get anywhere there. Manti Shoot passes, but it's deflected by Hate Blender. This guy managed to get 14 yards, and Rimshot gets nothing. Manti Shoot gets nothing, and that's deflected by Hate Blender again, who managed to seem to be getting into the game. Comb catches that ball for 27 yards, and another one for 25 yards. Oh, can't reach that ball, is thrown a little bit further. Sponsorship sacks the ball carrier, and here he is. Cams is his name. Awful Cams gets a touchdown for the Outlaws. There is Shoot, managed to get the first down for 11 yards, and Shoot again. This time he's running, first time he was receiving. Manti Shoot is injured by Johnny Appetite. Oh, this is a bloody game. Mark managed to get 36 yards. That is thrown out of bounds. And Vincent Rimshot gets 1-4. And Vincent Rimshot is injured by Johnny Appetite. If you score, you get smacked into the ground. There's Ignorance passing. Alan Bombs is the next one to try, and Mark is injured by Hate Blender. What is happening in this game? Alan Bombs gets a receive and almost gets down to the touchdown. But there is another touchdown. Tippy Toes managed to get a touchdown for 1 yard. And it's a interception by Tippy Toe. I am completely baffled. And there's another touchdown for the Sharks, who is absolutely slamming the Outlaws here. A lot of sacking going in. Oh, I tip this guy now. Passes to Alan Bombs. Alan Bombs again passes 2 strong ways. He's down at the 2-yard line, gets stopped. This guy passes, gets deflected by Johnny Appetite. And there's another touchdown. Oh, We can speed this up a little bit here. Awful cam. Should have sped it up a long time ago, but it was just too much going on at the same time. There's another sack by sponsorship. This is 6th sack of the game. That's impressive. Tippy Toe gets sacked the game by Ray Sulfur. This guy looking for somewhere. That's a bad pass, and it's an interception by Ray Sulfur. The troll makes an interception. 3 plays left. And they are down at the 2-yard line. And Yoko managed to get a touchdown. It's 2-7. Tippy Toe. That's there. Wow. Injuries inflicted by Outlaws 4 and 1 kill. Woo! They really put their mark on the Sharks. But it was the Sharks that put the mark on the scoreline. Glib sponsorship. 6 sacks. 89 fan points. Player of the game. And Johnny Appetite. 2 injuries, 1 kill. That's a brutal player. For 79 fan points. Bam! Okay, let's see if we can relax a little bit with the next games. The Spectres against the Plague. But after that last game, wow. Lost 2 games. 2 kills in 2 games. Wow. Will there be another kill here? Between the Spectres and the Plague. Sheriff Rotten has been traded in. Yeah, we know that. Bushy Grid and Dog Corporation are the rookies. And Hunblood and Tilly Wieners are the rookies here. As I said, I would like to see which ones are the year 3. But Spectres looking for the win. The Plague are looking for not to lose. And it's a beautiful day for some brutal ball, and the Plague are starting off with Hunblood. Let's see what can happen in this game. Kill on the first play. Marty Gammon catches it, that for breaks the tackle again but gets stopped. And 23 yards. Dope Histamine doesn't get very far. Remington Boost doesn't get very far either. Hunblood again. Gets sacked this time. He really want to throw the ball. Sheriff Rotten passes the short one to Fuse, who doesn't get very far. And Intentional Zinc drops the ball. And now he gets sacked. Well, what's happening in this game? Nothing. They are just looking at each other at the... oh, this nice block there by whoever it was. And makes Histamine go 28 yards on that run. Swindle caught the ball for 2 yards. Like throwing short. And Hunblood, you should throw it. You should not run it. Here is Histamine. It's a season-ending injury for Dope Histamine. What is happening in this week? This is absolutely crazy. Oh, Intentional Sin gets a pass to Fuse, who breaks a tackle and gets 22 yards. They are bringing the pain. Tone Penta gets a pass and is miles from any defender at all, and Spectres get the first, and then he gets sacked. Or he sacks. He's a human. Oh, Remington Boost runs 7 yards. We're going point ahead. Is coming in for instead of the injured player. Fingers gets nothing. Think tries to get something and manages actually to, by getting some help from his teammates for some nice blocks, gets 18-yard run there. Rotten is throwing the ball, and it's Penta again. Gets 23 yards. Kempo Swindle now going the other way for 20 yards. Boost gets pushed into the middle and stopped. Here is point ahead. Didn't get anything. Hunblood still trying to run in the middle. Here is Fuse. Gets a nice pass and managed to get 14 yards right at the sideline. Intentional Sin here is outpacing. Kempo Swindle is injured by Tone Penta. They really like to injure each other here. Fuse manages to break some tackles and gets 13 yards and a first down. Fingers doesn't get anything. Sing gets sacked. Tongs sacked him there. And Penta gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. Blood managed to actually now pass to Rinky Dink, who gets 10 yards and just managed to squeeze in a first. And Hunblood managed to catch that ball for 8 yards. Rinky Dink, he is slow. Blood does not get the first down, and it is the Spectres again here, but that pass is not successful to Tom Penta. Fingers because his best run of the day for 5 yards, which is not very... It's a interception by Blood. There's a lot of things going on here. You can gonna speed it up a little bit. You can actually speed it up a lot. We'll see if they get anything on this this run. Otherwise, we speed it up. There's Remington Boost. He gets the first down, and they are down very close. And Remington Boost is injured by Zinc, but they not managed to get anything. That was a very nice goal line stand there by the Spectres. And they're on the offense again, and we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Lina May Fuse there, and Tom Penta injures his second player of the game. Marty Gammon is injured. I can't keep up with this one. There's another injury. Linda May Fuse injured. There was also an interception. That is a sack by Fruity International. Sink through the ball for 0 yards. And the Plague back on it again, but that was a very bad pass. And there's another turnover. Sheriff Rotten intercepts the pass. Fingers gets his best play of the day for 19 yards. He paused the game. Oh, Rotten. It's a touchdown for the Spectres. 4-0 here, and they have really injured and decimated the poor Plague team. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 injuries so far. Oh, they are completely decimated. Fuse, 15 yards. And there's Fingers with a touchdown. I don't think that there is any doubt on which team is going to win this game. Blood is actually doing his best at 39 yard. There, and they going again. Down at the 2-yard line. Will they make it now? They are very close, but the third down here, and they actually make it. They get a touchdown there. 5-1 now for the Plague. The consolation touchdown. I think that's all they're gonna get. We have 20 yards left. Here's Sink breaking tackles galore, and gets 46-yard run the Orc there. Fingers gets to Tom Penta, who I think is gonna get the player of the game here, without a doubt. 5 touchdowns, 2 injuries. Here's Blood with another nice catch, and he is breaking tackles a lot there. 12 plays left. Rinky Dink gets nowhere. Dog Corporation stops him, and there is Rotten getting a 16-yard run. Fingers passes to Tom Penta. The human is bringing the heat. Sheriff Rotten to Tom Penta. 7th touchdown of the game. Wow, what a game by Penta. Linda Fuse Tom Penta now sacks the ball carrier. Hey, he does everything. Sacks, interceptions, skill. It was a season-ending injury. And injuries. And Harry Rinky Dink passes to Blood, who gets 31 yard on that one. And that is it. Tom Penta, 120 fan points. I think we have a player of the week here. With 2 injuries, 2 sacks, and 6 touchdowns. Is that 7? Huh, okay. Blood gets hit for the New Vegas play, but only 34 fan points. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, we had another brutal game there. Let's see if the Abandoned Flames can calm things down. Of course, this is Brutalball, so we're hoping for some much more carnage. So, yeah, there's probably similar teams that last week. That's a good blocker lineman. The Indecent Gary. Penance is a good blocker, but not very good lineman. Ali Spoilers, remember him from the first week. Juan Console was good as well. That's the team I remember. Let's play it. It's a hot game again, and we remember what happened at the last hot game. So let's see if there can be Carnage again. Ali Spoilers is now starting with the game with the ball, passing it to for 2 yards, and that's a nice pass there. But everything is going so slow. Let's pump it up a little bit. Tyrone passes his one console, doesn't manage to get it. Youngblood deflects it. Becky Director catches that ball and breaks the tackle and gets the first down. Aquarius doesn't get anything, and 350 get anything. Spoilers is deflected by Juan Console, and it's the Abandoned who gets their turn now. Console passes to Youngblood, who gets a 21-yard receiving. Lamefell gets sacked by Godzooks. Console again passes to 350. One Console seems to be a good player here. Youngblood, he gonna score, gets free, and after breaking attack only scores a 1 touchdown for the Abandoned. Aquarius trying to get a first down, but Mendoza gets it instead. And Aquarius passing to Becky Director, who is off. The elf. Aquarius threw it for 30 yards. There is Spoilers again, passing, and it's a beautiful pass to the Director, who gets a touchdown, and it's equalized 1-1. One Console trying to run this time, doesn't get as good as the throws, but Preston Dusk now runs a lot for 13 yards. Lamefellow and Aquarius is injured by Youngblood. Oh, this is there's a lot of injuries and everything going on this week. Spoilers gets nowhere. Director gets a first down for run for 14 yards. Director seems to be a good player. Spoilers 2 Godzooks, a 20-yard receiving there. And Director again gets another first down, 15 yards. And Mendoza, I don't know how many tackles he broke there, but he managed to get a first down. And Director again breaks another tackle, managed to get a first down. They are down on the third down, large down. The system sacks the ball carrier. Spoilers gets nothing. Director doesn't get anything this time, and there is a goal line stand that is successful. A Lamefellow avoids some breaks and everything. Runs for 21 yards. Console passes, but it's way off. And Gary sacks. It's only second sack on the carrier. Congratulations. Lamefellow tackles the ball carrier for a loss. Mendoza doesn't get anywhere, and Abandon has taken over the ball again. Lamefellow this time managed to break and avoid tackles and get 8 yards. There is a pass to the Avian Youngblood. Dusk passes, but that is deflected by Godzooks. Lamefellow doesn't get anywhere. And neither does Console. And the Flames has taken over. It's halftime. It's 1-1. Spoilers passes. Rubalfish caught. Director stopped. Mendoza gets stopped. And the Abandon has taken over the offense here. Console managed to get 4 yards, and Dusk gets a very good run there. The Dragon for a lot of yards. Lamefellow gets stomped, and here is Thrifty. Managed to get enough yards to get them almost there, but Lamefellow now runs in for a 2-1 lead for the Abandoned. Ooh, Director. It's a turnover. One Console intercepts the ball, and Youngblood gets the pass for 18 yards. Console is making it work in this game. At some point, at least. Lamefellow to Youngblood, 19 yards. And that is deflected in the end zone. They're stopped now at the 2-yard line, and Lamefellow runs in the ball. That's her second touchdown of the game. Godzooks gets a nice pass on the kickoff there, 29 yards. And Director gets another. Well, that draw is good. I think I mentioned it in the first game as well. The Abandoned is leading 3-1, but the Flames are once again down at the touchdown, and there they are, a touchdown. Gazooks gets a touchdown. Lanefellow runs 4 yards. Console passes to Dusk to get 27 yards. And now it's Dusk's turn to pass to somebody, but it doesn't end all that well. Lanefellow passes to... No, it was Lanefellow that caught the ball. And here's Youngblood again, gets the ball. And they're down at the 5-yard line. Are the Flames going to make a stand there? No, they don't. There's another pass into there. Then Youngblood catches it for a 8-yard touchdown. That's the first down by Lord Gazooks. Both teams are moving the ball a very long way here. Going to be a high yardage game here. Tyrone Mendoza breaks the tackles and gets 35 yards. And Dusk is injured by Gary. And we are once again down very close to the abandoned goal zone, touchdown zone. But once again, oh, I was about to say that once again they stop, but it's another turnover. And Youngblood is injured by Gazooks. Oh, there's a lot of injuries here. And there's a sack by Gary, second sack of the game. That ball is thrown way off by whoever that was. Becky Director this time trying to get through but gets nothing. And Abandoned win that game by 4-3. But Alice Boilers gets player of the game with 61 fan points for the passers who actually got the most yardage. But the Abandoned was the ones that were more effective, managing to score when they got close. William Youngblood, who got injured he both did an injury and he got injured with 53 fan points, is the best player for the Abandoned. Well, we had some really brutal games these last couple of games with a lot of injuries and kills. Oof. Let's see if Lightning Boulders can and the same. Lightning had a tie in the first game. Boulders lost their first game. Let's see if one of them can get a win. We have Turunga Log, who is a really good player. Gonna get high in the draft when it's her turn. Other than that, no, don't really know. So let's go. We have a beautiful day for some brutal ball here. Bronson Popo is starting with the ball for the Boulders. And he passes and is deflected by Mahoney. Angelic, I remember Angelic from the first game. Angelical. Here is Bock. He breaks some tackles and managed to get a first down. Popo is passing it and the same result as the first time. Angelic gets sacked by rotation. And Bock, the K-Man, he gets stuffed in the middle. And let's see what the Lightning can do. That's deflected by Popo. And that's an interception by Blue Light. Gets a nice third interception on the career. Eric Gordon managed to catch that ball and they're down at the 10-yard line. Angelic passes and it's Blue Lit who gets the first touchdown for the Boulders. But the Lightning gets immediately back with 13-yard on the kickoff. That was Kennedy, gets 2 yards. A third down here and they don't get anything. And the Boulders take the ball back. As Popo gets 0 yards. And that's deflected by Mahoney. And it's interception there, I think. No, that was actually a stop and a normal pass. Okay. Here is what happened. It's a turnover. It's a fumble on the 5th-yard line for the Lightning, who doesn't seem to have the luck with them in this game. But they managed to get the ball back there after a stop and gets a 8-yard bull run there from Bull Run. Ripple Stick catches the ball. Kennedy gets a 5-yard bull run, passes it. It's a touchdown by Mahoney. Rotation tackles the ball carrier for a loss. Gordo breaks a tackle and gets 29 yards to that receiving. So far, no injuries, no kills. Seems to be a very calm game, this one. Angelic, 1 yard. Bronson Popo, yeah, he's been decent this game. Gets a first down after a 15-yard run. Angelic, and there is Bluelit with his second TD of the game. The Boulders take the lead again. Bull run. Almost managed to get a first down. 9 yards. And that ball doesn't get its destination. And there is Angelic with a turnover again. Another interception for the Boulders. Will they manage to use that one? Bock, no, he gets stopped. And Lightning takes the ball back. Rimple Stick passes. It's a turnover. Greg Bock. Oh, congratulations. First interception of the game. Then Popo threw the ball for 14 yards. Angelic run it for 3. There's a lot of interceptions in this game. Gordo doesn't get enough for a first down. And it's Lightning once again here. It's a pass to Mahoney, who gets 19 yards. Kennedy has no one near. Tried to run it, but doesn't get enough. And it's in the halftime. It's 1-2 for the Boulders. Bull run gets a 10-yard run. And it's another turnover. Grey Box, second interception of the game and the career. Wow. Festering Gordo gets the catch. That's deflected by Mahoney. Bock only gets 2 yards. And here is Gordo. Will he get all the way? Yes, he does. That's another touchdown for the Boulders. 3-1. But Bull Run now gets a very nice run. The 42-yard run. Wow. Ripple Stick tries to get it, but doesn't get it all the way. But Kennedy does, and it's 7-yard. There, and Bull Run threw the ball for 5 yards. And there is Minty rotation, and it's the Bull Run. The Boulders. No, I meant the Lightning. Gets another whatever it's called. I'm too flustered. Yeah. Bronson Popo passes to Bluelit, who will once again get a touchdown. Third touchdown of his career. This is his first game. Maybe they're trying something new. Bull Run is a player that stands out for the Lightning, as well as Kennedy, I think. And hey, Bull Run, yeah, he gets another. They almost reached. He could get him some extra yards, but they didn't. But it was still a nice run. Here is Angelical injured by Minty rotation. That's our first injury this game. Here is Bull Run with another nice run, and it's a touchdown. 12-yard run there for Bull Run. Bluelit catches for 19 yards, and here's Bock managed to get a first down for the Boulders. It's a very tight game, this. Ancestor is in for the injured Angelico, and he gets a pass there for a first down. Bock managed to break some tackles again. He gets a 22-yard run. And there's Bluelit with his 4th TD of the season and the game. And it's 5-3. Ancestor now sacks. There, Ancestor's putting his mark on the game. Bluelit again. Managed to get a first down, and that ball is thrown away by Popo. Ancestor passes to Gordo, who breaks the tackle and gets a touchdown. 3-6. Can speed this up a little bit now. I think that was Ripple Stick trying to get it. Kennedy gets a nice run to the left, to the right. Yeah, to the right. Ripple Stick passes, just deflected by Popo. I'm gonna gnome deflect anything. Kennedy doesn't get anything, and it's Boulders again. Gordo an 18-yard. Pass by Bock for 6 yards. Bluelit managed to catch that one, but then the ball is thrown away. And it's Lightning once again here. Bull Run, the only player on Lightning who actually tries to do something. But Ripple Stick here now actually did something as well and got enough run for a first down. And here's rotation. But the game is over, and the Lightning lost to the Boulders. The Boulders with Goose Blue Light, with an interception, 4 touchdown. Player of the game with 56 fan points into rotation, not far behind with 54. So with the last game of the week, Junkers against the Roboys. Roboys won the first one, and they showing off an impressive offense. Not rushing, but defense. No, but pause. Oh, yeah. But Junkers have a better defense, despite losing. Yeah, we'll see. Anything new? They have a complete rookie line there. That's a good lineman. They have a decent line here. But Hog Mexico is a horrible blocker. We'll see if that we're gonna affect them. I remember Bolero Zombie. He was really good. Yeah, 328 yards in the first game. Let's see if he can do that again. He's up against German Smedes, who got 207. So we'll see how this goes. It's a beautiful day for some brutal ball, and Smoke Taco, the gnome, is starting the game with a ball. We'll see what's gonna happen in this game. Are we gonna get any kills? Are we gonna get a lot of injuries? Are we gonna get a lot of touchdowns? Overthrow. Yeah, Overthrow was the one that did the first kill in this season. And this time she gets a nice catch there with 16 yards. Sumi doesn't manage to reach that ball. Smooth Joan deflects it, and there's an interception. Mumpsy Grim intercepts the ball and moves very slowly there. Tries to run, but as I said, very slowly. Here is Smeets getting a 14-yard receiving. Lafferty trying to get it. They have oh, leakage. What? Oh, I remember goal leakage. It was that incredibly slow receiver. Oh, and but they're stopped there. Smoke Taco again trying to get it. Kid Frenzy runs between and managed to get 11 yards and a first down. Here is Overthrow again, but it gets stopped. The Wisdom gets stopped for 1 yard. Smoke Taco doesn't get anything either, and it's Grim gets stopped. There's a lot of stops here. Oh, here is leakage. Oh my, he is so slow. I gotta check how slow that ogre actually. It's a ogre receiver, and he can't seem to be able to break tackles. So he can't run. I don't know why they have him as a receiver. There's Lafferty trying to get something done. Grim passes to Smeets, and that's first for the Junkers. And the Roboys are not to be recognized from their first game, when they were completely dominating. Memory Foam. Here is Kid Frenzy. Oh, nice blockage there. Managed to clear him up for 31 yards. Taco passing. No, it's deflected by Mel Torpor. The tree, he just stood there and the ball ended up on him. Wisdom passes. Kid Frenzy. Now they are close to the touchdown zone here, and it's Kid Frenzy with the touchdown. Grim managed to get 17 yards. I don't know how, because he was moving in absolute slow motion. Goal leakage, the same. Grim here passes to Smeets, who actually does have some speed. Joan passes to leakage, who doesn't get 5 yards. Lafferty drops the ball, and Sumi managed to pick it up and gets a nice return there. Here is Sumi. I remember him as fast, but it doesn't seem to be that fast. Huh. Vera Overthrow gets sacked by Mel Torpor. That's for his first sack of the season. Smoke Taco. Bad throw, but Sumi gets it, and that's a 2-1 for the Roboys, who have taken the lead. Lafferty Trying to pass. It's to Leakage. Minus 6 yards. That is not a very good receiver. They should be rethinking their choices there. Kid Frenzy managed to get... Oh, and he gets some help from behind. Oh, so beautiful blocking. Lafferty is injured by Vera Overthrow, who continue her rampage. But that was some absolutely beautiful blocking there. Wow. Here is Anne-Marie Oldface, who gets 9 yards. And here's Leakage, 7 yards. They should not use him as a receiver, but Oldface managed to get it in, and it's 2-3. Smoke Taco passes, and it's a beautiful pass to Sumi, who gets 27 yards. Vera Overthrow now with the ball. It's half time. And she throws it away. Smeets deflects the pass. Wisdom trying to pass is Frenzy, who breaks some tackles and gets 9 yards. Taco managed to get a first down, break some tackles. Overthrow again. Oh, it's a beautiful to Sumi, and I think we have another touchdown here for the Roo Boys. Yep, 38-yard touchdown for Sumi. There, Grimpricks with a sack. Smoke Joan passes to Gold Leakage, who managed to move about 2 yards after the pass before he gets tackled. Here he goes, 3 yards. Yep, he should not be a receiver. And it's Sumi with an interception. The first interception of his career. He is a rookie, so he'll be happy for that one. Smoke Taco passes to Sumi again, and now he's showing why he got 328 yards in the first game. Mumps the Green threw the ball for 2 yards. Smooth Yon tries to run it, but gets nothing. And Owlface the same. And Roo Boys, yep, I think they won this game, even though there are a lot of 35 plays left. But the Junkers doesn't seem to have anything to say. We are going to speed it up a little bit here. We have the first down. Vera Overthrow now with the ball. Gets sacked by President. Wisdom try to run it. Smoke Taco passes. It's another touchdown by Zumi. Memory phone. Wisdom passes and is injured by Gold Leakage. Well, it does something good at least. That ball is overthrown, and now it's sacked by President again. That's another pass to Frenzy. He gets 23 yards, and Overthrow now passes it. He gets to catch and gets a touchdown. Second touchdown of the game for Overthrow. Smeets manages to catch that ball, and Owlface tried to run it. With 20 plays left, and Leakage managed to catch the ball, but he has really good hands. But Hog Mexico sucks. Oh. And Leakage, he has good hands, but he just can't move. I think he will be moving faster with a wheelchair. There, Mel Torpor with a first interception on the game. Then Smeets gets a pass and actually gets the first down on the first yard line. And it's a touchdown by Mumpsy Greaves, and there's an interception. Gold Leakage makes an interception. Kid Frenzy deflects the ball, and Smeets gets the pass. They are doing their best now at the end, but it's a little bit too late. Smooth Joan manages to get almost, but the Roo Boys have this. Overthrow gets the first down. Here is Roller Skates, gets a 6 yard. Overthrow gets the first down. 2 plays left. Overthrow did not overthrow Balerazumi, who gets a 32-yard receiving there. And Zumi once again, not as good as the first 187, but it's enough to get player of the game for 59 fan points. And Kristen President gets it for MC Junkers with 51. Wow, and that's the end of second week. We have this week's news. Anything funny happening, you can check it out yourself. I'm not going to read all this. But this one we're going to see pass deflections is Hoodie Mafia from the Ambridge Glam with 7 deflections. Tackles for Loss, Mecha Thrifa with 3 for the Rapture Band, and sacks, Glip sponsorship, 6 sacks for Blackwater Sharks. Interceptions, Kemstek Jason got 3 before he got a season-ending injury. Is going to watch the next from the half line. Spoonson Maple gets 19 tackles, and Kemsteki got the Defensive Player of the Week. But that is not much of a consolation. Pancakes, we have Turungalog with 70 pancakes. Receiving yards, Deadlock granted 297 for the Volcanoes. And rushing yards is Crease Instance with 142. Passing yards, Leprechaun Manila with 302. And total yards is also Leprechaun Manila with 333 for the Bandits. Offensive Player of the Week is Tone Penta. And also Player of the Week is Tone Penta. And we have week 3 here. Anything good? Let's see. Not really. We don't have any teams that have not lost are going to play each other. Well, let's see if there's going to be something funny then. We can take a look at the injury table here just to see the complete mayhem that have ended in week 2 with two season-ending injuries and 2 kills. Wow. Oh wait, 5 season-ending injuries. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 season-ending injuries. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 kills. Wow. Yep, that's it for this week. Tune in Tune in for a couple of days for the next game. I'm trying to get these college games out as fast as possible so that the Colonel can get his draft list out. There'll be a couple of videos a week. So see you then and have a nice day.